A very warm welcome, everyone, to the UPSL match of the week in the Mid-Atlantic South Division on this beautiful Saturday evening. We're here at Irmo High School's W.C. Hawkins Stadium in Columbia, South Carolina, getting ready for a top-of-the-table clash between Charleston United, who currently sits second, and Soda City, who are third with a game in hand. Lots on the line tonight for these two teams, including reigning division champion Soda City, who made an impressive run in the playoffs in the spring. For Charleston, they're looking to improve on a 5th place finish in the spring, as the players are just going over their final preparations here in Columbia, South Carolina. As I was saying, for both of these teams, Mid-Atlantic rivals, great starts to the season, as you can see in the table. At the moment, it's South Carolina United Heat with that 3-point advantage, but it can all change. If Soda City get the 3 points here, they can take first place up until at least Sunday, when South Carolina United Heat will play their match. For Charleston United, they will also be looking to take that first place from SCU Heat, So lots riding on this one. Second against third. It's early in the season, but the points still matter all the same. For Soda City, a huge name in UPSL, of course, having won back-to-back national championships for the first time in the league's history in 2024. They won both the 2024 spring and 2024 fall finals. 3-2 against Inland Empire in the spring, and then 4-2 against FC Folsom in the fall. Lots of success in the history of this Soda City FC team. For Charleston United, like I said, 5th place finish last year. They will be looking to improve on that, and so far, so good. 6 points out of their first 3 games. They will be happy with that. As you can see, their respective records on the screen now. Soda City, perfect start in the first 2 games, and last season, they went undefeated at home. So a very, experienced side here. Perfect 5-0-0 record at home last season. For Charleston, they sit second at the moment. 5 goals already scored on the season. Last season, in the spring, they were top scorers in their division. 31 goals scored in the spring, so it's all to play for here for Charleston as they look to continue that dominance offensively. They did just finish with 2 wins in their last 5 games, though, in the spring of 2025, so just a little lack of form to finish the season hurt them at the end of the season there, but it's a short season. You have to get these points, and these 3-pointers, especially against teams in the top 3, very easily become 6-pointers even early on in the season. Soda City so far, like we were saying, 2-0 so far on the season. They started with a 4-2 victory at home against Boiling Springs United FC. Troy Paul and Hakeem Martin getting their first goals of the season. And then they followed that up with a 2-1 victory at Charlotte Soccer Academy. Once again, Troy Paul and Hakeem Martin, 4-1 victory. Troy Paul, Hakeem Martin, Graham Germstad, and Lamar Thompson getting on the score sheet in Game 2 against Charlotte Soccer Academy. They're back home tonight, though, as we said, at the W.C. Hawkins Stadium, home of the Irmo Yellow Jackets here in Columbia, South Carolina. As things are almost ready to go here in the Mid-Atlantic South Division in the UPSL. For Charleston United, they've already played 3 games, so they have a game more than Soda City. They started their season 4-2 at home against Asheville FC. Stephen Roca, Theo Wichman, Max Henderson, and Eli Pilcher on the score sheet. Game 2, they did drop the game 2-0 against SCU Heat. Of course, we were talking about them leading the division at the moment, but last game 6-1 against the pre-college developmental academy. Stephen Roca with the hat trick on that night as we see the flyover of W.C. Hawkins Stadium. So for Charleston, they're looking to pick up some momentum. Win in their first 3 games. For Soda, though, if they can start this season 3-0-0, that'll bode very well for the rest of this campaign. As we see W.C. Hawkins Stadium nestled in the Irmo community in Columbia, South Carolina. Here's the starting 11 for Soda FC. In goal, Jacob Cotton is the man with the gloves, and then from back to front, Brian Bustillos, Michael Sokolik, Caleb Daniels, Jason Flores, Wesley Avahon, Hakeem Martin once again has started this season in goal-scoring form. Jeremy Lashley, Jose Flores, Andrew Mesa, and TJ Paul also providing the goals so far for Soda City FC. George Trifos is the man at the helm, a former professional player in his native Greece, looking to lead this Soda City FC side to more success this UPSL Fall 2025 season. It's a strong team. Hakeem Martin and TJ Paul, the team's top goal scorers heading into this matchup. They will be looking to extend their goal scoring streaks to 3 in a row to open this season. So highlight those two as players to look out for the home side. As we see the guys on the bench for the hosts, you'll see number 23, Graham Germstad, is one of those guys who has gotten on the score sheet as well. So he will be looking to, hopefully for him, make a little impact off the bench whenever he is called on in this one. But for Soda City, again, a huge wealth, a huge depth, a huge wealth of talent for them. The same can be said for Charleston United. In goal, Valentine Kleibe, and then from back to front, Kevin Simpson, Eli Pilcher, Stephen Roca, Liam Watt, Zane Throckmorton, Gavin Silva, Eduardo Sanchez, Hunter Dana, Kamar Edwards, and David Stiles, and at the helm, Jamal Azami. For Charleston so far, I mean, Eli Pilcher, Stephen Roca already on the score sheet from the defense, and then Eduardo Suarez and Hunter Dana further up the pitch, already on the score sheet, so they will also, those are the 4 danger men so far for Charleston United. Stephen Roca got a hat-trick against the Pre-College Developmental Academy last time out. Like I said, a huge 6-1 victory for the visitors last time out. So those 4 will be the names to look out for Charleston United. Just a reminder, this is an official UPSL League match. Once again, in the Mid-Atlantic South Division, the country's largest amateur league is in full swing. And already, early on this season, we have a huge matchup getting ready as we see the bench for Charleston United. They've got 7 options to call on. Jamal Azami and his Charleston United coaching staff. This is a Charleston United team that entered UPSL in fall of 2023, so they have their 2-year anniversary in the league this year. Soda City have been in the league for a few years longer than that. Their first season was back in fall 2018. But regardless, already have solidified themselves as the big names in this division. As we see both teams going through their final preparations before we get started. Also, to keep up with all of the action, not just from this division, not just from this game, but from all across the country, make sure you go ahead and follow UPSL Soccer on all social media platforms. That is your best way to keep up to date and keep updated with absolutely everything going on all across the country. We saw the table earlier on in the Mid-Atlantic South Division. Charleston United, like we said, 2nd. Soda City, 3rd, but only separated by goal difference so far. And the game in hand that Soda City have cannot be underestimated. We have a look at it again here. It's a huge match. And yes, it might only be week 3/4 for these teams, but still huge pressure to be applied on SCU Heat at the top of the table. Like I said, they play 7th place Mint Hill on Sunday. So tomorrow they will be in action. So we'll see if they can keep that 3-point gap, or if one of these two teams can steal it for the time being. A very competitive division in the Mid-Atlantic South. Just a year or so ago, the Mid-Atlantic was one huge division, but then separated into the South and North. And this division in particular, loaded with talent from all across South Carolina. And two of the top three are going to be in action in just a few minutes, just after these two teams finish their final preparations. As we see another view of the pitch here, Soda City, Charleston United almost getting ready to go. I'm your match commentator for the night, Edgar Rodriguez. Thank you so much for joining us tonight as we are being made to wait just a little longer than the scheduled 8 o'clock kickoff time. So thanks for hanging in there with us. The match that finished after 8 o'clock here. So this one just getting pushed by a few minutes, but before long we will have action from Columbia, South Carolina. Soda City, it's important to mention, the only side still undefeated in this division, alongside the aforementioned SCU Heat. They have a lot to defend, a lot on the line here for Soda City, who know what it takes to go all the way in UPSL, not just division-wise, but nationally. Like I said in the open, the first team in UPSL history to go back-to-back in national championship wins. Just an unbelievable achievement for the team that has scored 6 goals and has only conceded 3 to open this season so far. Thanks to those 2024 victories, they played in the first round of the Open Cup this year. They lost 4-2 to Carolina Core, of course, the MLS Next Pro outfit. But again, a huge experience, a huge window of opportunity is afforded to these teams in this league. And they will once again look to recreate some of that this season, this go-around. Carolina Core, for those of you wondering, did lose in the second round to Charlotte Independence 2-1. So their US Open Cup run didn't last for much longer after beating Soda City, but still playing on the highest, the most prestigious platform in this country in terms of football, in terms of soccer. And that is an experience they will take with them all throughout this year. For Charleston United, they are looking to reach those heights. Some of the key players for Charleston, Steven Roca, you would have heard me mention him when we were going through the starting 11. Native of Berlin, Germany, played 1 year at Jacksonville University in 2012, his freshman year, and then the rest of his 3 years at Montevallo University in Alabama. And for the Falcons, in his last year, started all 17 games, 3 goals, 3 assists from the back, so he is one to look out for. Graduated from Riverview High School in Sarasota, Florida. After moving from Berlin, was Defensive Player of the Year after that season and played for FC Sarasota. So has a ton of experience at the back. Same can be said for Eli Pilcher. Went to high school nearby Charlotte, North Carolina, and played all 4 years of college for Rhodes in Memphis, Tennessee, the Southern Athletic Conference side, and ended up starting 67 matches. I mean, just unbelievable consistency and reliability for the Rhodes College Lynx. 7 goals and 3 assists from the back. Not to mention 3-time first-team All-Southern Athletic Conference. Won the Defensive Player of the Year in the conference in 2024 and was the Man of the Year in his senior year. So, loads of experience, loads of talent on both ends of the pitch tonight. For Soda City, these guys need no introduction. Troy Paul and Hakeem Martin will be the danger men up top for the home side. Like I said, there's nothing better for forwards, for attacking players to start the season hitting the back of the net. That only provides confidence, that only leads them to go on. And, you know, if they start the season on the right foot, Soda City will be in good hands up top. And then you have guys like Graham Jermstead, you have guys like Lamar Thompson, who isn't in the squad tonight, but you get goals from all around the pitch, and Soda City look like a formidable side once again in this conference. As we're almost ready for kickoff. Just a few minutes away, we'll have Soda City FC, Charleston United SC on the pitch momentarily. Lots of anticipation, though. Of course, the UPSL match of the week. It cannot be underestimated. Mid-Atlantic South Division. Once again, thank you so much for joining us. In the spring of 2025, these two sides met twice. When Soda City met Charleston at home, they took the 3-2 victory. But when Charleston hosted, it was a 2-all draw. So, I mean, goals aplenty last season. They will be looking to recreate some of those thrillers from the spring this fall. And it all starts tonight here in Columbia, South Carolina. The team's off the pitch, which means kickoff is getting nearer and nearer. Once again, here's another look at the starting 11 before we get going. Jacob Cotton is in goal for Soda City FC. At the back, Bustillos, Sokolik, Daniels, and Flores. In the middle, Ahavon, Martin, and Lashley. And the front three consisted of Flores, Mesa, and Paul. George Trifos, with a whole host of experience, a whole host of talent to call upon, and that starting 11, full of it. Once again, that number 10, Hakeem Martin, is all going to come from him in an offensive capacity for Soda City. If they are to experience success tonight. As for Charleston, once again, their starting 11, Clive in goal. At the back, Simpson, Pilcher, Roca, Watt. So much experience at the collegiate level in that back line. In the middle, Throckmorton, Silva, and Sanchez. And Dana. Edwards, Styles is that front three for Jamal Azami, who face a strong test away at Soda City. Yes, they're just ahead of them in the table, but it can all change just like that. And at the end of these 90 minutes, we'll really see who is in pole position to fight South Carolina United Heat, who themselves have had a perfect start, who themselves have been impeccable. So this division race is going to go down to the wire, it seems, as Soda City are just in their pre-game huddle. Charleston United looks all ready to walk onto the pitch. Charleston in the red shirt, white shorts, white socks. Soda City in the white top, black shorts, black socks. So everything is all but ready for kickoff. Referees making their final checks. Before we get underway in the first of 3 UPSL match of the weeks this weekend. This one coming to you from the Mid-Atlantic South Division. Tomorrow there is more UPSL action to look ahead to. As I said, 2 more matches of the week in the UPSL tomorrow. You guys can enjoy Current FC against Harbor City FC. That is scheduled to kick off at 5 o'clock Eastern. And then Tennessee Tempo FC against Southern Indiana FC getting ready to kick off at 7 o'clock tomorrow. But before that, we have this marquee matchup tonight. Soda City, Charleston United, a top 3 clash early on in this season. As the players are just having their pre-game chats, the coaches making sure their boys are locked in, the referees making sure everything is set here at Irmo High School, home of the Yellow Jackets, here in Columbia, South Carolina. As we see the number 10 for Charleston there, David Stiles by the halfway line, wearing the captain's armband. He'll look to lead from the front in that playmaking role and look to play a huge part in Charleston United's success, potential success tonight. As for Soda City, they as well look pretty much ready to go. The referee's just waiting for the players to line up. As the Soda City assistant coach there shaking the hands of the referee before the battle starts on the pitch. You're at the right spot though, second against third in this early marquee matchup in the Mid-Atlantic South Division. Once again, one of the many divisions that makes up the UPSL, the country's largest amateur league. And, you know, for these players, whether they're in college, whether they just graduated, this is the place to be. This is the platform you want to achieve. And it's games like this, nights like these, that make it all the better. As Charleston United look to have finished their pre-game huddle. Once again, just a friendly reminder, go ahead and follow UPSL Soccer on all social media platforms. That'll be your best way to keep up with the action. It's a lot. It's hundreds of games a weekend, or thereabouts. Hundreds of teams for sure. As the captains are having their meeting now to determine who starts with the ball, which way the teams will be attacking. Charleston United keeper wearing all black, Soda City keeper in yellow. As we see Soda City in the light blue and white shirts. But it looks like we're all set. We're all ready to go here. The walkout is imminent. As we are almost ready for kickoff. Soda City in the celeste and white shirts. That is the official color of Soda City. A fun fact on the name of Soda City, in case you're wondering, of course, comes from the nickname of Columbia, South Carolina, when it's shortened, of course, to Cola. So, just a little fun twist on the name of the historic city of Columbia, South Carolina there. Referees walking to the center of the pitch. The two teams in their final team huddle then before kickoff. Of course, scheduled for 8 o'clock. Looks like we're going to get started around 8:25, but nevertheless, ready for this top of the division clash. Looks like Soda City won the toss, and they will be kicking things off here from W.C. Hawkins Stadium. Soda City will be kicking from left to right. Charleston United from right to left. We're finally ready to get going here. From Columbia, South Carolina, Soda City, Charleston United, Mid-Atlantic South action in the UPSL fall season. Just waiting for the referee's whistle. Once again, thank you so much for joining us. I'm your match commentator, Edgar Rodriguez. Ready to go for these next 90 minutes of UPSL action. Referee blows his whistle and we are underway. Soda City get things started here at W.C. Hawkins Stadium, going straight back to Jacob Cotton in goal, who's outside his box looking for that long ball to get things going for Soda City. Straight up. It'll be met by his counterpart, Valentine Clyde, for Charleston United, who play out of the back on that far side. Long ball forward. Can he control it? Yes, he can. It's Charleston United on the attack. Soda City State put an end to it, but the referee does blow his whistle. So a free kick early on here. Charleston United around 40 yards from goal. They'll look to feed this ball into the box. They take it quickly out to that far side. They keep possession, although Soda City steal it and can come the other way, although the heavy touch luckily falls right back at the feet of Soda City. And Cotton has time on the ball, playing with his center back. Here's Bustillos on this near side. Playing short with Mesa. Back to Bustillos, but it's a heavy touch out of the back from Sokolek, and Charleston almost had an opportunity there. Little sloppy from Soda City, but they get let off the hook. It'll be a goal kick for Cotton. Charleston United, though, ready to step on their heels, as we'll see a replay of that action. Once again, Soda City just a little slow to play out of the back. It was a heavy touch there. Sokolek almost made to pay for that one, but luckily for Soda City, they now have possession, and they now look to release this one. As they come forward for the first time, it's a shot, and it's into the back of the net! The bottom corner finish for Soda City! It was Charleston United who almost opened the scoring, but it's the home side. 1-0, just 2 minutes into this one. A long ball towards that far side. Played onside, by the way. The Charleston defenders put their hands up just in case. But it might have come off the defender there. It was. It's an own goal to start things here. Soda City will be more than happy to take it. So we approach the 3rd minute. Soda City 1-0 up. Thanks to an unlucky deflection there at the back for Charleston United, who, as I said, were so close to opening the scoring. Now a goal down at a tough place to play, as Soda City look to follow that goal up with a period of dominance, a period of possession. Bustillos on the ball once again on this near side. The right back for Soda City, looking for that threaded ball through. It'll only find Clyde in the Charleston United goal, who really had no chance of getting there. The deflection throwing him off slightly, as Charleston assess their options, playing out of the back. Here's the captain, David Stiles. That ball went straight out of play, so it'll be a Soda City throw-in right by the halfway line. Head coach George Trefos will be happy with that start. Yes, almost got punished for playing out of the back just moments before that, but clinical is the perfect word to describe what happened just moments after. The long throw-in towards the corner flag gets touched out of play. It came off of a Charleston player last. It'll be a throw-in further up the pitch for Soda City, as the players going towards the center of the box. It looks like it'll be a long throw-in. It is towards that 6-yard area. Clear it out first time. It'll be Brian Bustillos, who has seen a lot of the early action with the throw-in once again. Take 2. Once again, headed away by a Charleston defender. Quickly closed down there. Soda City have the ball. It's a nudge on the back. The referee does blow the whistle. Free kick, Soda City in a dangerous spot here. It's Hakeem Martin who picks it up, but we can see there was a clear little shove on the back there. Eduardo Suarez committing the foul. And it is Hakeem Martin, 2 goals on the season already, who will be on the end of this one. Has players to aim for in the middle. Shipping up with that left foot of his. Let's see what he decides to go for here. 4 men in the wall for Charleston United. Referee blows his whistle. Let's see what Martin can muster up here. He goes for the shot. Takes a deflection off the wall, and the ball will trickle out of play. Looks like it'll be a throw-in for Soda City, but we can see Martin once again. It came off of that right-hand side man for Charleston in the wall, doing its job, as the visitors can reset things with a goal kick here from Valentine Clive. It's been a hectic start here from Irmo High School in Columbia, South Carolina. 1-0 Soda City, who at the moment sit pretty at the top of the division. Once again, everything can change. A goal changes everything, especially in the early stages of this division title race, as that ball came off of a blue shirt last, so it'll be a Charleston United throw-in, taken quickly by Styles. Simpson on the end of it, clipped right on the edge of the box. And the referee does blow his whistle once again. We have another set piece. It's been a stop-and-go start to this first half, but Charleston United now have a chance to hurt Soda City from this near side of the box. David Styles, one of the men who are going to potentially take this one. Yep, it will be Styles, as Suarez leaves the captain to it. The in-swinger comes in, into the box, dangerous! It's headed away, though, and cleared by Soda City. The ball just lumped into the box, and it almost fell under the crossbar. It did hit the field goal post, though, so it is out of play for a Soda City goal kick. But my goodness, for a second, Jacob Cotton in goal was worried, as the referee is going to have a word with his assistant on that far side, just to make sure whether it's a goal kick or a corner, whether Cotton got a hand on it before or after the ball hit the American football goal post. Almost a very bizarre play. It looked like a nothing ball just lumped into the box by the Charleston United man there, but it almost turned into something very threatening for Soda City, but they can take a deep breath and restart things from the back. Cotton going with Sokolik, looking for that long ball down the line. And it is met, but the long, heavy touch there means that Clive can take it under his possession and play out of the back for Charleston now. Both of these sides looking how they can work the long ball to their advantage early on in this one, as Soda City now have a throw-in on that far side in their offensive half. Short throw for Soda City as Charleston look to regain possession. Long ball towards Steven Roca, who looks to be the front man for Charleston United, just couldn't take it under his possession. Now here comes Soda City, looking to calm things down a little bit, play the game at their tempo as they set up in a 3 at the back formation on possession. Playing with the man on that far side. It takes a deflection. Soda City are able to keep possession. Out to this far side. The first time ball, it was a smart piece of thinking there, but it did ricochet out of play as the Charleston United defenders hit the deck on that one, as we can see that play once again. More of Soda City's style showing through, but at the end, the two players just tripping each other up there accidentally. Kamar Edwards on the ground there, just making sure he's ready to go. The referee did give the thumbs up, so it looks like Edwards will be able to continue for Charleston. As they once again play out of the back here. Had a chance to go up early, couldn't take it, and then Soda City go up the other end and take the lead as Charleston do have a free kick just behind the halfway line on that far side. The referee just making sure it's taken from the correct position. Charleston now, what can they muster up? Edwards asking for it on this near side with both arms up. Charleston playing the possession game at the moment as once again, foul given away. This time it's Eduardo Suarez, on the other side of it. Very clearly tripped up there, and the referee quick to blow his whistle. Liam Watt and David Stiles over this one, as the referee is going to this near side assistant just to make sure who was on the other side of that foul. Stiles once again will take the set piece for Charleston as the referee is wanting a word with one of the players. So one of the Soda City men just tracking back. Anyway, free kick ready to be taken by Charleston United. Thrown into the box, but it is Jacob Cotton with good positioning to make sure he can get both hands on it and restart things for Soda City from the back. Was a dangerous ball from Stiles, though. He's going to be an important part of this Charleston potential comeback now that Soda City took the early lead. Sokolik once again. Long ball is the first thing on his mind. Unfortunately, that one for him out of play. Looking to feed Andrew Mesa there on this near side for Soda City. Just went out of frame. There he is with the orange boots to get things going for Soda City. Potentially at a second. That would put them in a more comfortable spot. Charleston looking to damage limitation early on here as Stiles clears it up the pitch. Taken down here by Suarez. Simpson 2v1 just immediately after he went on the ball. Referee changes his mind and it will be a Charleston throw-in. Simpson got closed down rapidly there. Had no time to control the ball. Stephen Roca looking to take that under control. Soda City once again very quickly to win back possession and come forward once again in this first half. Soda City just once again whenever they're on the ball looking to take the sting out of things, looking to wait for the perfect moment. Hakeem Martin dropping back to receive the ball. It'll be a Charleston throw-in once again right by the halfway line. Charleston captain there again to take it as we approach the 15th minute mark. Definitely a foul there. The referee blows his whistle once again. Stephen Roca was getting fouled there by the Soda City man. Just challenging for the ball, yes, but it ended up climbing on top of him. Wesley Ahavan. Just getting an explanation there from the referee as to why that was a foul. Understands. And it's that man again, David Stiles, with the left foot delivery. It was a dangerous one last time Charleston had a free kick. This time he feeds it in again. It's another dangerous one, but the header goes straight up and out of play. Once that right arm goes up from Stiles, his Charleston United teammates can expect quality delivery from their captain. Just not able to make the most of it as of yet, as Soda City get us going from the goal kick. Reminder, stay tuned to all the UPSL action, not just from this game, but from all the rest on social media at UPSL Stalkers. Soda City almost had a break there. Liam Watt being pressurized there from blue and white shirts, and now Soda have the ball again. It's very critical header to put it out of play, and for a Soda City throw in. That cross looked very dangerous. Looking to find the likes of Hakeem Martin in the box. Bustillos once again with the long throw, only finding a red shirt. Clearing it all the way down as Sokolik gets possession back. Here's Alvon for Soda City. Looking for the first time ball. Intercepted there by Charleston. Simpson playing inside. And at the back now for the visitors. Styles taking a few touches on the ball. Looking for the long ball. Sokolik deals with it comfortably. Now it's Simpson taking possession for Charleston. Loses it though. Loses out, and now Soda City might have a little counter-attack possibility. Tripped up. It was a tactical foul. Referee thinking of the yellow card. Looks like he'll keep it in his pocket, or he is calling Simpson to him. There he is. Yellow card for Simpson. It's the first booking, like we've seen so far. Lots of little fouls so far, and that's the first yellow. He lost the ball to begin with, and then just trying to make amends. Trips his man up, and Soda City now have another set-piece opportunity from this near side. Long ball comes in, left-footed delivery straight into the hands of Valentine Clive. Not as threatening as Soda City would have hoped there, but again, set pieces might be what makes the difference in this game. Those little mistakes, like we saw from Simpson, losing the ball under pressure. Both sides are going to want to keep those at a minimum. There's another ball cut out in the middle by Soda City. Styles, though, getting possession back for Charleston very quickly indeed. As they look for potential options to attack this Soda City defense. It won't be an easy task for Charleston. As another 2v1 situation, wins the ball back for the home side. On that far side, and Charleston, once again, not able to keep control of the ball. Now Soda City might have a break on here. It's quickly put to bed, though, by the number 14 at the back, Kamar Edwards. Referee says he went through his man and fouled him, though, so free kick Soda City. Kamar Edwards there. Very quick to intervene, but just a little too aggressive for the referee's liking. Kamar Edwards, the big man at the back for Charleston, number 14 in red. Here's another free kick for Soda City. What can they create? The ball in, doesn't beat the first man. Headed away comfortably by Charleston, but right back at the feet of Sokolik at the back for Soda City. Bustillos wriggling into whatever free space he can find. Is back with Cotton for Soda City in goal. Hasn't really been tested apart from that blooper, I guess you can call it, that hit the football goalpost and then hit the crossbar. Nothing doing, though, earlier in this one, as Soda City will have themselves a throw-in on this near side once again. Brian Bustillos, though, has been one of those tempo setters for Soda City so far. And to once again create something from the throw. As that one is put out of play convincingly by Styles, but once again, Soda City working their way up slowly but surely on this near sideline. It'll be another throw-in towards the box. This time does find a teammate. Looking for the crossing opportunity. Does come in eventually on the left foot. Goes all the way across to the other side. It's ricocheted into the thankful hands of Clyde. It was a dangerous opportunity there again for the home side. Just an own goal separates the two. We're 21 minutes in here in Columbia, South Carolina. Soda City 1, Charleston United 0 as that ball just trickles all the way to Cotton at the back. Suckluck with a heavy touch, able to keep it in play. Intercepted there by Styles, and there was contact there on the follow-through from Bustillos. Referee does blow his whistle. Charleston. Free kick right on the halfway line. Styles was on the other end of that collision there. The referee just hearing it from the Soda City bench. Styles is back on his feet, though, and looks like he'll be okay to continue. Just needs a second. It'll be another free kick on this near side for Charleston. Bustillos was going for the ball there. I mean, I think that was clear, but Styles just on the receiving end of some contact there. High contact. As the referee's just having a word with Bustillos. Just, won't give you the... Well, yes, the yellow card is coming out now. So a late decision from the referee. Initially decided against the yellow card, but now it's one apiece in terms of yellows as the number 22 for Soda City is in the book. Referee once again in conversation with his fourth official. As David Styles, ready to get back going, has 5 red shirts in and around the box to aim for. Or will he decide for the short option? We'll see what the Charleston United captain decides to do with this set piece. Not the first one so far. Referee pointing at his watch. Make sure the two teams are more timely on taking their free kicks. Here's the ball into the box. The referee puts his flag up before the shot was taken. Offside there as that ball was swung into the back post area. The assistant referee was very quick to put his flag up. So good save from Cotton. He wasn't to know that that was going to be offside. But a free kick for Soda City at the back. Here's Cotton. Soda City look to play out of the back this time. Pressure being applied from Steven Roca for Charleston, but Soda City able to keep possession, but then fouling the Charleston United men. So free kick for the visitors. Just a little late there, missing the ball, and the referee has no other choice but to call the foul. Once again, Eduardo Suarez has been on both ends of fouls here, and it is a yellow card. The second one for Soda City. As we'll see that one again. Took the touch, ran into Suarez immediately, tripping him up. Charleston go quickly with this one down the line. Cut away, though, by Bustillos. It'll be a throw-in for Charleston. Right towards the corner flag. Styles throws it in quickly. Touch taken in the box, brought down, the referee waves it away. Charleston still having a chance. Cotton gets down low quickly to make the save, but that throw in from Charleston right from the very close to the corner flag, causing some problems for Soda City, but they are able to relieve some of that pressure as down the line it goes out of play, unfortunately for them. Throw in Charleston. That's the closest they've come. Cotton forced into his first meaningful save of the night. As that header back to Cotton means that Steven Roca's pressure has so far been unfruitful for the front man for Charleston. He is the one who is setting the tempo there on the press for Charleston, but so far Soda City able to play around it as that long ball from Sokolek goes straight into the hands of Clyde that time around. As they themselves try to play out of this early adversity. Soda City imposing their style of play. Charleston, though, just a goal down, and it can all change as that ball was just punched the way of David Styles. Couldn't take it under control as that ball coming off of the Soda City man last, so throw in. Was Steven Roca challenging for it before it went out of play. David Styles just giving out some instructions before the long throw-in comes in. Lots to aim for in the middle of the box. The header's flicked on. Soda City looking to just clear their lines, which they do successfully. Another throw-in for Charleston. We've seen long throw-ins from Bustillos already this game. Now, David Styles is trying to do the same for Charleston. Maybe that's a potential avenue for success for Charleston, who've found it difficult so far. There comes the throw once again. Chested down. Styles once going down towards the byline. Who got the last touch? It was Styles, and it will be a Soda City goal kick. I thought the referee pointed towards Cotton. David Styles is setting up the corner, though. So the referee reverses his decision. David Styles will feed this one into the middle box. Referee just making sure everything is all set. As Charleston have the first corner for either side this game. It's put into the box, put into the middle with pace, but I believe it was Roca on the header, just couldn't direct it towards goal, and the two teams can have a breather as we have just over 15 minutes to play. Soda City 1, Charleston United 0, as Cotton just gets rid of it. Intercepted in the middle for Charleston. Might fall for them edge of the box. Once again, Sokolek just clears. Taking no risks. Throw in for Edwards on this near side. Here he is once again. Kamar Edwards. We're going to switch the play early in their defensive half. Now, on that far side, a little give and go, and that's better for Charleston. They're finding some more freedom on that far side. Quickly closed down that time, though, by Soda City, and it will be a throw in the way of the home side. So good pressure in the second line, in that second phase of that Charleston attack, but That'll be more promising for Jamal Azami. Charleston just have not enjoyed much freedom so far this game. Soda City have their defense on lock so far, but Charleston United not getting discouraged just yet. As they look to play out of the back now. Long ball towards the middle of the pitch, taken down nicely there. In the little pocket of space was Eduardo Suarez, who gets closed down, but it falls to David Stiles on this near side. Decides to go with the ball back to Edwards. Wriggling into some space down the middle there. The referee does signal for a free kick in a central position for Charleston United. In a pretty threatening position for Charleston United as that ball was fed into Roca there, brought down. And we have potentially 4 Charleston, now 3 Charleston players eyeing this one up. We have Simpson, we've got Pilcher, and we've got, of course, David Stiles. Simpson walks away from it. Will it be Pilcher from the back with the right foot or Stiles with the left foot? We're about to find out. 4 in the wall for Soda City. Pilcher with the strike. It goes under the wall, but caught inside all the way and is able to hold on to it. You can see what Pilcher was trying to do. He didn't see a man laying down for Soda City, so decided to go with the low-driven shot, but Cotton was not to be fooled that time around, as that long ball almost falling to the feet of a Soda City man, as Charleston do have a man down. They are deciding to play through it, though. Referee not blowing his whistle, not a head injury, so not obliged to stop the play, although that one did run out of play, so a Soda City throw in and a chance to check on the Charleston man that hit the deck before that potential attack unfolded for Charleston. "33 minutes into this one, though, Soda City will be happy with their performance so far. We've seen a lot of Bustillos. We've seen a lot of Sokolic with the long balls forward. And of course, just 2 minutes in, the ball trickled into that far bottom corner. Much to the delight of George Trifos and his coaching staff. For Charleston, though, they'll know that margins are thin. Any little mistake at the back for Soda City, any little, glimmer, any little opening in the door can make all the difference here. Still, as the first half winds down, still over 10 minutes to go, though. See if there will be another goal here. Here's Bustillos passing it first time. Pressure being applied by 2 Charleston men. We're seeing what the Soda City forward was trying to do there. Kind of passed it to himself, but there was the 3rd defender for Charleston doing ball to contain him. Here's Bustillos on the throw, and once again, the long one. Crowded area of the pitch. It was a heavy touch, and it did come off of a Soda City man. Last Charleston can breathe a little easier with this throw in now. David Stiles. It's a pattern we've seen all first half long, taking all the set pieces, taking all of the throw-ins. Looks a little short of options, though. Decides to go short, but that's quickly cut out by Bustillos, and Soda City looking for the give and go. Almost working out, but they keep possession now further back. Long cross. Kamar Edwards is able to head it away for Charleston, excuse me. Soda City do pick it up on that far side, are able to keep it in play, although Charleston do well to nullify that attack, but once again, just can't play out. Soda City, come again. Bustillos on this near side. The right-footed cross early. Touch to make it 2. But instead it sails over the bar. Look at this cross from Bustillos. Took it on early. It bounced. It looked perfect. But in the end, just not able to keep his finish down. And Soda City will want that one back. Hakeem Martin almost making it 2-0, but Charleston lives on near this first half. We were mentioning Bustillos as one of the most important players so far for Soda City, and he almost proved it with an assist. That's Charleston getting pressured as they try to play out of the bag. Too much, says the referee. Free kick, Charleston. Just to relieve some of that pressure. As they now look to bring it forward. They know that the clock is winding down on this first half. The long ball on that far side. The flicked header doesn't find a red shirt. Now Soda City can come away with it. Last touch did come off of a Charleston defender, though, quick to react to any potential danger there, so Soda City will throw it back into play. For Soda City, taking it down on the chest. Now they have a little more room to work with on this near side. Bustillos looking for the ball through there. Soda City asking for a free kick. Thought that was a little aggressive from Kamar Edwards, but the referee not agreeing. The appeals were waved away very quickly, and that long ball from Clyde looking for Steven Roca, who hasn't had much freedom at all. You can see how he's getting frustrated as a foul gets given against him there, Steven Roca. Again, though, one of those players who can make the difference, the German native. Playing up top, showing his versatility, of course, named Defensive Player of the Year in his graduating high school year. And then enjoying long-term success at Montalvo in Alabama. Soda City have it in the box, though. The chip ball in. There was no one in blue. Leave it as it was a smart piece of play there from Gavin Silva to just concede the corner. He didn't know what was behind him. He ended up taking the touch. It was a smart option there to just put it out of play. Concede the corner. Charleston United won't want to give more sloppy goals away as they did for the first. Corner will be taken by Soda City now. Lots of potential targets in the middle of the box. Ball gets driven in. It beats the first man. It falls to the edge of the box. Still kept by Bustillos. That chip ball in, headed away. Bustillos once again. This time does find a teammate, and this time Soda City do have a chance. The strike comes in, and it hits the side netting. That close to doubling their lead. The ball was still alive after the corner kick. It was a beautiful slip ball in. Clyde came out to narrow the angle, and he did just enough. He got a touch on it, and Soda City will have another corner. It'll be swung in. It beats the first man again. It was Styles there, went right over his head. And now he'll just clear Charleston's lines as Sokolik has it at the back. No one around him. Bustillos playing it down the line for Soda City, wriggling inside. Great piece of defensive play there by Simpson, who looks to drive it out. The referee says the ball was won cleanly. Soda City turn it over quickly there, though. Here's Simpson. Moving it over to that far side. Charleston Maybe looking to open it up a little more than they've been able to. Pilcher with the drive forward gets taken down. And it'll be another free kick for Charleston. Game becoming more open, a little less cagey than what we've seen so far in the first half. Here was Pilcher driving forward, got past his first man, but then brought down, got sandwiched there by a pair of Soda City defenders. And now Charleston United will set up what might be one of the last set piece opportunities they have in this first half. So it'll be a left-footed delivery once again by Styles. There he is, chipping the ball into the box. Took a bounce straight into Cotton's hands, who looks to release his side quickly. Long rocket launch towards the opposite end of the pitch. Collision there in the air as the referee this time signals for a free kick for Soda City. It is the number 17, Jeremy Lashley, hitting the deck, and the physio out quickly to treat him. As referee just in conversation there with Hakeem Martin and David Styles, of course, of Charleston. We've seen a lot of both of those guys so far this first half. But we hope Lashley is okay to continue. There's Jason Flores as well there, close to Lashley. We'll see a replay of it now with Styles, and yep, Lashley just coming down a little harshly there on his back. Just getting checked, making sure he's all okay to continue. Helped up by the physio, and it looks like he will be okay. Just a little shaken up. It was a hard landing for Lashley. Who will come off the pitch for just a minute and then will be allowed back on. Soda City will take their free kick though with 10 men. There's Sokolik at the back. Going back with Cotton. Playing with the center back once again. We'll see how much added time is going to be added by the referees here, as once again Soda City have a man down. It was, looks like Bustillos this time, just adjusting himself, and it'll be another free kick here for Soda City. It'll be Hakeem Martin with the left-footed delivery this time around. Ball's driven in, headed away on the far side of the box. Charleston United might come away with this one, and late on in this first half, they might have a chance to break, but it was a great sliding challenge in there, stopping all possibilities of a potential Charleston counter. Very big there on the sliding challenge. Charleston come again, though. On that far side. But that ball again, just not finding its intended target and trickling out of play. As the 45-minute mark has been reached. Soda City will have a throw in on that far side. And now a potential for another attack from Soda City. Cutting in to the box. It's dealt with well in the end by Liam Watt. It'll be another corner from that far side for Soda City as they look to end this first half on the front foot. They have been the better side so far this first half, undoubtedly so. And a second goal will just add a little bit of separation that they would love heading into halftime. Corner's going to be swung in here. Both arms up. The cross comes in. It's headed away. Kept alive, though, by Soda City. On this their side, here's the left-footed cross towards the back post. Clyde will just let that one run out of play. As the referee looks like he added on a couple minutes here at the end of the first half. We have had a lot of stoppages. Lots of little free kicks, lots of fouls. We've had 3 yellow cards. But just the single goal in the second minute, an own goal, punishing Charleston. Early chances for both. Like I said, just the 1 goal so far, though. Here's Charleston going to come down that far sideline, and it'll, once again, just roll out of play. Soda City happy to take another throw in here and end this first half in a calm way. Or something opens up, potentially look to add a second as that ball goes right back to Clyde. Playing with Edwards, who will actually let it run for Styles. Here he is, the captain for Charleston. He's been the protagonist for Charleston so far. Roca looking to take the touch up and over Sokolik there, almost working out nicely. Was there a hand in the face there by Bustillos? The referee says no, didn't spot it. Soda City throw in instead of the free kick going the other way. Bustillos was wriggling out of pressure there. Referee didn't see that as a foul. Bustillos getting away with that one. Jamal Azami there giving out instructions in an animated way, looking to get or find the way for his team to draw back level as that ball might break free. And it is cleared just a couple of yards from the goal line, and there Clyde is able to capture it. Soda City once again very dangerous, very threatening. And we continue on here in the first half. Here's Simpson not able to get there. Roca now chasing it down. It's put out of play for a Charleston throw. First half is not over yet, ladies and gentlemen. Quick throw by Charleston. As they have it at the back line now, looking to maybe muster one last opportunity in that first half, but the referee finally blowing his whistle. We had around 4 minutes of added time. That's your halftime score. Soda City FC 1-0 up against Charleston United. A very hectic, a very entertaining first half, and we have another 45 minutes to go here from Irmo High School. W.C. Hawkins Stadium is the venue. Let's hope the second half is just as entertaining as that first one was. Soda City took the early lead 2 minutes in, and they have been able to ride it all the way up to halftime. Charleston United looking for that breakthrough, just not able to create the adequate chances. David Styles has been their most important man from throw-ins, from free kicks. But there it is. Your halftime score. Soda City FC 1, Charleston United SC 0. Welcome back, everyone. We are still here at the WC at the WC Hawkins Stadium here in Columbia, South Carolina, where we saw a very eventful first half. Soda City taking the early 1-0 lead. Here is the long ball forward from goalkeeper Cotton, and then it was a little shot towards the far post that eventually took the touch off of a Charleston United defender. But Charleston were knocking and knocking at the door. That header goes over the bar pretty comfortably. This shot from Pilcher almost catching Soda City off guard. Cotton saw it all the way. So two big chances there for Charleston, but Soda City still applying the pressure, and this was almost a 2-0. That close to doubling their lead, and once again, this one, Clive did a great job in the Charleston goal to come out, narrow the angle, as that ball hits the side netting. Once again, Soda City, that one, a goal line clearance for Charleston. It was that close. We had loads of action. That clearance came from Pilcher. But Soda City looking good so far. Much the better side. Well worth their 1-0 lead at half. Charleston, as you saw in those highlights, plenty of opportunities. A good 3 or so that they could have hurt Soda City potentially. And the theme for all of those opportunities was that they came from free kicks. Off of the left foot of David Styles. Their captain has been their talisman, has been their tempo setter, and they're going to need him to have a big second half if they are to come away with something tonight. Like I said, a very warm welcome back to the WC Hockey Stadium, home of the Irmo High School Yellow Jackets in the Irmo community here in Columbia, South Carolina. It's a pleasure to have your company. As we said, a top-of-the-table clash, second against third, and so far so good for Soda City, who are looking to take the top of the table, take that first place spot. And then, of course, we'll see if they keep it when SCU Heat take on Mill Hill tomorrow. Charleston United look ready to get going. Soda City just coming on to the pitch once again. The first UPSL match of the week this weekend, coming to you from the Mid-Atlantic South Division. It's been, as we have seen, as we saw in those highlights of every eventful half. Last season, just to remind you, Soda City got the better of Charleston in this same fixture when they played them at home, 3-2 in that one. And then when Charleston welcomed Soda City, it was a draw. So again, 2-2, 3-2, lots of goals in this fixture last season in the spring of 2025. So we will see if the goals start flowing in the second half. A little more on Soda City. In the spring of 2025, they had the best defense in the division. Just 8 goals conceded. Won the division by a single point. It was Asheville FC in second place. Soda City achieved 24 points. Asheville just behind on 23. But Soda City are no strangers to having success at this level. National champions back-to-back. First time this league has ever seen it in 2020, spring and fall. And they lost in the semifinals of the playoffs in spring of 2025 to AC Raleigh at home, 3-2. So they very nearly almost made a very deep run in the postseason. But a win here, makes it 3-0 for Soda City, puts them in a very good spot to continue on in this wonderful run of form. But okay, all of those positives for Soda City. For Charleston, they were the top scorers in this division in the spring. 31 goals. We've already seen them score 10 goals in the first 3 matches. They have goals in this team. We've seen Steven Roca looking to apply that pressure for Charleston. Just hasn't been able to fall for him just yet. But undoubted talent on both sides of the ball here tonight. Soda City looking for their first clean sheet. It won't be easy though. Charleston are going to here. Of course, Paul Martin, the danger man. We saw a lot of Bustillos on this near side. The right back for Soda City is on a booking, so we'll see how head coach George Trifos decides to manage him in this second half. For Charleston United, Kevin Simpson in the midfield also got booked. He was the first one to get shown a yellow card by the referee, who has had to be on his heels so far this game. Lots of free kicks, lots of little niggly fouls. Let's see if the second half opens up. We did see the game open up a little more in the last 15 to 10 minutes of that first half. A little more end-to-end action. It'll be Charleston, though, to kick the second half off. They'll be kicking from left to right, Soda City from right to left for the last 45 minutes of this top-of-the-table clash between two very interesting contenders for the Mid-Atlantic South Division. Just waiting on the referee's whistle to get things going again. Everything looks set to go. Charleston, a goal down, by no means out of it. As the referee's just making sure everything is set for the start of the second half. And there it is. The whistle blows, and we are underway in the second half. Charleston, long ball forward, Soda City are able to head it. Simpson is there to break that play up in the midfield, and Charleston have the first possession of the first half as that ball going way past its intended target. And just like that, Soda City have a throw in much further down the pitch as they would have expected. We've seen a lot of high-key. Martin for Soda City played a huge role in the playoffs last year. Returns to Soda City where he enjoyed that success. Part of those national championship sides. A long throw-in, though. The theme continues from the first half. They're just fed into the box, headed away. The first time of asking by Kamar Edwards, as we saw in the first half. And Soda City have our first corner kick of the second half. Just 1 minute in. Looking to apply the pressure early on. Plenty to aim for. 3 in the box. 4 now. A couple lurking on the edge of it. Let's see if Soda City can punish Charleston early on in the second half. Comes the corner kick. Close to the keeper, and the header is there! In the back post! To make it 2-0 for Soda City FC. The number 13, Caleb Daniels, on the end of that beautiful ball towards the back post. He was unmarked and was allowed to run in there. And from very close range, as we'll see here, puts Soda 2 to the good. No one followed his run. He had a solid first half, and we speak about Soda City punishing Charleston early on. It only took 2 minutes, just like we saw in the first half. 2 minutes in, 1-0. On the 47th minute, 2-0. We get to see another shot of this ball, and it had so much pace. All Caleb had to do was nod it in at that far post. Clinical header, and Soda City now have a nice 2-goal margin. And Charleston have a tall mountain to climb. Have found it difficult to find any freedom against the Soda City defense. Simpson running into trouble. Soda regains possession. And it's the perfect way to stamp their authority on both halves of play, as Clive doesn't have to go too much further out of his goal there to claim possession. And now looks like offside was called, actually, so Charleston are able to have possession anyway. Edwards opening it up wide. Now that ball down the line, so do have a defender back already, clearing it out of play. Taking no chances there as Charleston now throw it back in. Looking for a quick response to conceding early in this second half. Caleb Daniels wasting no time whatsoever to get on the score sheet for the first time this season. Long ball forward, headed down for Soda. He's getting pulled back there. 50-50 ball as Soda City can come away with possession. That ball into midfield that was a little loose. Here's Edwards. Looking for the number 20, Jackson McNeil, off the bench for Charleston United in the second half. Looking to wriggle his way free and eventually just runs out of real estate. Nice little injection of energy, though, on this near side for Charleston. in the form of Jackson McNeil. We'll see how much he can bring to the table. And now Soda City can come up the other way, though. On that far side, have a free man open. He decides to take the shot. It came off of a Charleston shirt last. It's eventually cleared. Not far, though. Soda City with possession again. Again, we see the danger that the home side poses very quickly. As that one just stretching to keep it in play. Not quite, so Charleston will throw it back in from this near side. Here's McNeil on the throw-in. Long switch of play for Charleston, only finding a blue and white shirt. Now Soda City be very thankful. They got the ball back, and now they can hit. Charleston once again deciding to just slow things down. Switching the play over to this near side now. Just not able to take a touch. McNeil will once again take the throw from this near side. Roca hitting the deck. The assistant referee puts his flag up. And Charleston will have a free kick. They will be able to commit some numbers forward. Kevin Simpson puts the ball on the spot there, but David Stiles will take over from here. As we saw in that first half. Great deliveries. Just nothing to show for it. And this would be the perfect time to get Charleston United back into this one. The left-footed delivery once again. Around 30 yards out from goal. It's a beautiful delivery. The header! Just wide of the post. It definitely had Jacob Cotton worried for a second there. But that was the best ball in so far. Look at this quality from David Stiles. Fantastic ball in. Finding its intended target and everything. But unfortunately for the away side, it's inches wide of the post in Soda City. Will be relieved that they can keep their 2-0 lead. Now looking to play the give and go, just a little too far ahead. That last ball. Clive is able to go to the edge of the box and get the ball for Charleston and potentially set them on their way. That was by far the best look at goal. And this one might fall for Roca, who is just not able to keep it down. Steven Roca has been unlucky so far this one. Soda City let the ball bounce there, and it was fed through. But unfortunately, just was reaching for it. But that could be encouraging for Roca. Barely had a look at goal in the first half. And already starting the second half with a very good one. If Charleston can find the big man up top more, this game isn't over. But Soda City with a crucial turnover in their offensive half. That finish towards the far post. Yes! It's 3 for Soda City! Imposing themselves early in the second half. It's 2 already in the first 10 minutes of it. It's their number 8. TJ Paul on the score sheet again. The captain showing up for Soda City. Charleston were trying to play out of the back. What a brilliant tackle there in the midfield. TJ Paul picks it up, wriggles his way into space in the box, and beautifully finds that far post. TJ Paul. If 2-0 was tough for Charleston, I mean, 3 is a little insurmountable the way this second half is going so far. What a finish! As Paul scores for the 3rd consecutive game week to start this one. He cannot be stopped. And Soda Came out of halftime, hungry for more. We spoke about goals galore when Soda City and Charleston United met in the spring. And we've already had two more here in the first 10 minutes of the second half. Soda City have the ball again in a dangerous area. Charleston United a little flustered at the moment. Not given any time, any second to rest. Soda City coming again. 2v1 action, trying to wriggle out of space. Does so cleanly. There was a Soda City man hitting the floor, uninterested. Soda City looking for a fourth. Why not? They've started the second half so well on the front foot. Looking to kick Charleston while they're down. Soda City once again recycling possession, coming back at the visitors. Here they come again, and that one did come off of the Soda City player last. It did. And there was a little confusion from Valentine Clive, making sure it was a goal kick. Another reminder, UPSL Soccer on all social media platforms is your go-to spot to keep up with all of the action from across the country, including what is shaping up to be a very, very nice division title race in the Mid-Atlantic South. Soda City, they just always come back for more. As that one is given away dangerously. Soda City 1v1 action here. Going towards the box. The shot is blocked. Simpson trying to get in the way. Soda City continue with it. And are able to slow things down. Set themselves up nicely. But that's not the first time we've seen Soda City break Charleston's play up at the back there. Those will be worrying signs for Jamal Azami and his coaching staff. Just not able to find anything going their way. Maybe on this attack, the referee, again, unflustered. David Styles looking for that free kick. Just hit the deck a little too easily. That early switch of play was a great idea, and it's well received by the left winger, but unfortunately not able to materialize into anything. Switch of play once again for Charleston. This time he does find Styles, and maybe now might be an opening for Charleston. 1v1. It's great defending again, forcing him well out wide and dispossessing the Charleston captain in the end. Pilger is able to have it at the back for Charleston. Simpson miscued that pass and gives it back to Soda City. That was a better switch of play, though, to David Styles. That is what Charleston are looking for. They just haven't been able to have a moment's rest on the ball so far. Soda City have been so aggressive, so intense to start this second half. As here they come again. Hooked ball forward. Bounces for Soda City. They're able to control it. Trying to thread the needle there, but Charleston are able to clear comfortably. I believe that was Kamar Edwards with the last touch. As we approach the hour mark, Soda City in full control. Clinical to start this second half. Their main two chances have ended up in the back of the net. Caleb Daniels on the far post from the corner. And TJ Paul scoring again. And the far post beautifully past Valentine Clive. As Charleston are able to set the ball down in the defensive half. Restart things here from the free kick. Edwards. Just making sure everyone's in position. Doesn't want to waste any opportunity that Charleston get on the ball. Here's Pilcher. The Rhodes College Lynx for all 4 years of his collegiate career. Leading from the back for Charleston. It's been a tough night, though, against a very hungry Soda City offense. Once again, turn the ball over in a dangerous spot. Charleston come away with the ball. Here's McNeil. He's been very energetic to start this second half, almost wriggling his way through. As we do have a substitution getting ready here for Soda City. It'll be their number 3 and number 21. So Carlos Cepeda, the number 21, getting ready to get into this action here for Soda City. As George Trefos makes 2 changes here. Looks like one of those coming off Stios. We had a great first half. Solid hour of work tonight. Let's see what Cepeda and co can bring to the table, though. As Soda City look to keep energy levels high, keep intensity high here in the second half. They hit Charleston for a quick 2 in the first 10 minutes of it. But here's Pilcher now with the long throw, looking into the box for Charleston. Headed away at the first time of asking. McNeil, going to drive towards the byline. Puts the low ball in. It's met by a blue and white shirt. Cleared away. Charleston unable to keep it in play, although they have won themselves a throw. That's actually a foul before the ball went out of play. Pilcher was shoved it to the ground, so Charleston sets up another opportunity for David Stiles to feed it into the box. We saw how close they came last time. It was from a similar position. Let's see what Stiles can muster up here for Charleston United. The left-footed in swinger goes in. It's headed back by Soda City. I believe that was Sokolik. We'll see it again here. Yeah, looks like he got the last touch, so Charleston have a corner kick. No surprise that Stiles is looking for a ball to take it at the soonest opportunity. One arrives from the technical area, so it will be taken from the far side, making his way over there. This would be the perfect opportunity for Charleston to get one back on the board, apply some pressure to Soda City before it gets too late for the visitors. David Stiles with the ball in, headed away with ease for Soda City. And now it's a big, big mistake. It's a 2v1 opportunity for Soda City. Support is arriving, just not in time. Was moving at a rate of knots there, just unable to find a teammate as McNeil almost gave it away. Ended up finding Liam Watt and back with Clive, and Charleston can clear their lines, but Soda City won it back. Had a great counter-attacking opportunity. Charleston did have numbers back, did have the advantage, and were able to make it count. Eduardo Suarez. He's going to take this quick throw in here for Charleston. We'll actually leave it for McNeil. Pilcher. First time ball into the box. It caused problems for Cotton. It was hanging in the air for a very long time. Had a similar-ish situation in the first half when the ball crashed off of the goalpost. American football goalpost, that is. That it hit the crossbar from what seemed like a nothing ball. Nothing to worry about, though, as that one looks like it was out of play. The referee's going to call it all the way back for a Charleston goal kick. Excuse me, for a Charleston corner kick. There'll be another ball in here for Charleston, applying more and more pressure. That header was met by a red shirt, but unfortunately for them, failing over the bar. That one was from Steven Roca. Doing his best up top for Charleston, just unable to direct that one towards goal. If you're just joining us, Soda City with a huge 3-0 win, scoring in the first 2 minutes of the first and second halves. And then why not a second one in the first 10 minutes of the second half? Make it 3. TJ Paul and Caleb Daniels adding to a second-minute own goal. Edgar Rodriguez on the call for you tonight. Pleasure to have your company once again. Enjoying fantastic UPSL action. Doesn't get much better than this at this level of U.S. soccer. And Soda City are showing why they are one of the best, not just in the Mid-Atlantic South, but all across the country. Looking and hungry to regain their national championship. They enjoyed it not once but twice in 2024. One game at a time, of course, but so far so good against Charleston United. Let's see if the visitors can muster anything up. Here is Pilcher with some space to run into. Right-footed long through ball is cut away pretty easily as he'll have possession back. Opening it out wide for Charleston, just moving at a slower tempo. They're going to need some more incisive play if they are to break down this home defense. And there it is. There's the turnover. We've seen it time and time again. And this time it's not a 2v1, it's a 1v1, and the long shot from way, way out. It was worth a hit. Saw the keeper off his line. It was well off target by the end of it, but hey, you never know from that type of situation. Valentine Clive was off his line, so saw the potential opportunity, but not harming Charleston that time around. Here's Pilcher under pressure. Is McNeil able to keep it in? He is not. Throwing Soda City on the near side. Headed away by Charleston as it's thrown back in. And one back. McNeil looking for the through ball towards Suarez, unable to find him. Soda have it back. McNeil there, grabbing hold of his Soda City man. Yeah, the referee saw it. Free kick for the home side. 3-0 up. Now the set piece here. See if they can truly put it to bed. 3-0 is very comfortable. And they have another opportunity. Both arms up. Here comes the ball in. It's a lower one. And the long shot, the driven shot. My goodness, testing Clyde, making sure he's awake back there. That was with some venom. We've seen a couple long-range shots these last couple of minutes from Soda. Charleston will have the throw in on this near side. Suarez going to get it back into play quickly. McNeil playing it with Simpson. Cutting back to Watt. Opening out for Edwards. Here he is again, Edwards. Finding his man. Finds McNeil in some space. Edge of the box. Jackson McNeil, that is what he came on to do in the second half. That's what he's been trying to do. Found himself in a more central position that time. Has been strictly the right winger for Charleston so far, but showing he has intent to shoot whenever he has the opportunity. Much more dangerous than anything we saw for Charleston United, apart from, of course, Styles' delivery. And time again, almost finding a red shirt, almost. He'll be wondering how one of those has not ended up in the back of the net, especially early on in this half. As that long ball forward for Charleston, unable to maintain possession, but they'll take a throw in on that far side. Towards the byline. Roca looking to see if he can wriggle into some space. It takes a deflection corner for Charleston. The big man looking to create something for his side. He's had a better second half. He's had more looks at goal. And maybe this corner and this Styles delivery, a trademark for Charleston. Not only is Roca in there, but look at Edwards towering above all of them. Cross comes in from the corner. Evades everyone in red. But there's Simpson. Quick on the scene, but the touch is loose. And Soda City can relieve some of that pressure as substitution is getting ready to come on. For Charleston, it looks like Stephen Roca's night is complete. And also Soda City making a change of their own. As we see two new men. It looks like Alberto Smith is on for Soda City. And a new man up top for Charleston. So we'll see what effect that has on the game. Like we said, tough night for Stephen Roca. He tried his very best and definitely had a more positive second half. But with less than 20 minutes to go in this one, Jamal Azami looking to find the secret, find maybe the way to unlock this Soda City defense. We've already seen Charleston be held to no goals by SCU Heat. Currently, well, before the game, led the Mid-Atlantic South. Soda City changing that for the moment. Throw in for Soda on that far side. Referee spots a foul, so free kick for the home side. And Soda City, once again, this is exactly where they want the ball. At this stage of the match, 3 goals to the good. They won't mind having these set piece opportunities. Referee has been busy tonight. Lots of stoppages in play, lots of free kicks. Set piece off of the training ground there for Soda City, just running a little further than expected, so Charleston have a goal kick. Here's Soda looking to turn the ball over again in their attacking half. Charleston was able to recoup possession. Referee says play on. Soda City have it at the back. As that ball is bouncing towards Clyde, decides to head it out. Still on the deck. Charleston needs to clear it, and they eventually do. Now here they come with Suarez. Through ball. Causing some confusion at the back for Soda City. New man up top adding some more pace than what we've seen so far. We'll see if it can continue to have a positive impact. And Charleston now do have a free kick right on the edge of the box. David Styles will once again be on the end of it. Will this be a shot, though? We haven't seen him attempt the shot so far from a free kick. This is a great opportunity for Charleston with just under 15 minutes. Let's see if the captain can add his spark. Takes the shot. It's cleared away convincingly. That was the number 10, Hakeem Martin, doing a little piece of defending there for his side. It came off flush off his face. He's okay to continue, though. All good. Throw in from Styles this time instead of the free kick. Although, substitution first. Eric Uvaye is on for Charleston. Another substitution as we approach the end of this one as that ball in towards the back post. The shot is blocked. And Charleston maintain possession. That's priority at the moment. Referee signals a free kick and makes sure that they have a set-piece opportunity, and the yellow card is brandished. Stopped the free kick from being taken quickly. But like I said, Eric Uvaye on for Charleston, so we'll see if he can stamp his authority here in the last 13-ish minutes. Charleston are going to need it. See what Styles can create. Will it be a shot? It's from a central position. Looks like he's shaping up for one. Or will he go towards that far side of the pitch? 3 on the wall. The shot does come in from Styles! It's just over the bar! Those quality set pieces keep on coming! But just not hitting the back of the net. That would have been an absolute golazo. Inches over the bar, went right through the goalpost and the crossbar. A little less height on it, and Jacob Cotton would have been scrambling. Like we've mentioned, David Styles unfortunate not to have an assist. And with that, I mean, unfortunate not to have a goal. As we have another substitute coming on. This time for the home side, it looks like the number 24, Kerry Collier, is ready to play the last 12 or so minutes of this one. Headed down by Soda City. Cleared up and high and out of play. So Soda will have a throw in. But Soda City have done exactly what they've needed to do. Early goals, set the tempo from the start, from the back, and they've been able to contain Charleston pretty comfortably, and the scoreline reflects it now. It was 1-0 at halftime. Adding 2 quickly after the second half started, as that one will be a goal kick. Pilcher just seeing it out of play for Charleston, and they look to restart play quickly. Out to that far side. Forced all the way back to Clyde. Who will... Oh, he's scrambling! He took too long on it! It is into the back of the net, yes! Oh my goodness, Clyde just dwelled on it for way too long! Soda City have their 4th and right off the bench. Harry Collier puts his name on the score sheet. It's an absolute gift from Charleston to Soda City. We'll see it here. The ball was forced back. Clive takes a touch, takes 2, and then when he tried clearing it, closed it down immediately. And Collier's finish is able to get past Clive. 4-0 now, Soda City, and put the game beyond any doubt. Charleston will be kicking themselves after that one. It was a very avoidable goal. And against this hungry of an offense, you can't be doing that. Collier, probably his first touch of the ball, ends up in the back of the net for his first goal of the season. That will fill him with a ton of confidence. As Charleston are just damage limitation here. 4-0 is not the result they wanted. Nowhere near the result they wanted, especially coming into this one ahead of Soda City. Yes, on goal difference, but still, they sat second before kickoff tonight. Soda City applying the pressure in third. That has all changed after this one. Free kick quickly put back into play by Charleston. Finding the ball in some space in the middle, but just too easily given away there by Uvalle. As Cotton can clear along. Deflect on header, almost finding a teammate there for Soda City. That would have put them on their horse. Potentially 5. Charleston can breathe a sigh of relief. As we have another substitution getting ready. 15 is coming on for Soda City. That's Jose Bustillos. And the number 4 for Charleston, Kawan Cavalcanti. So single substitution for both teams ready to come on. Header up from Soda City, chested down. Looking to fight against Uvalle. And eventually comes off of a Soda City. Sorry, of a Charleston man. So Soda City have their throw. Substitutes have not been given the signal just yet. Now they can. Cavalcanti on. Bustillos on. And with that, both teams adding fresh legs for the last portion of this match. Back it goes to Jacob Cotton. Has been tested, yes, and has lived up to that so far. Charleston haven't put as many shots on target as they would have liked, though. Soda City win it back again in their own half. Back with Cotton, long ball forward. Headed out of play by Charleston. So, once again, another throw. Right after the third, and especially after the fourth, you can just tell Soda City just took the sting out of it. Took over all control of the match. And they have been worth every single one of that 4-0 lead. It might get worse for Charleston! It was a great challenge there. He preempted that beautifully. But more sloppiness is putting Charleston into these terrible positions. McNeil wriggling out of space. Not able to beat the second man. That was Pilcher. Eli Pilcher. Keeping it at 4 for Charleston. Could have easily been 5 with that ball driven across the box. It's back with Clybe, who will be kicking himself after especially that 4th goal. Will be wanting that one back, but it's been coming all game long. Soda City more aggressive, more on the front foot. Like I said, the scoreline reflecting it. Charleston coming up the pitch on that far side, but again, running out of play. And mistakes like that are not helping, especially with just over 5 minutes to play. The second half has flown by. Soda City taking the game by the scruff of the neck. Skylar Fields will be the latest Soda City man to enter the fray. Looking to shore things up for Soda City in these last moments. Soda City showing the depth that they have going into this one, going into the rest of the season, really. That will serve them good. Especially when you have games coming thick and fast for Soda City. They go away to Coastal Kings FC. They sit fourth in the table. They themselves have won 2 and lost 1. As that long ball forward for Soda City, almost breaking for them. It's cleared, and now Clive has it at the back. As I was saying, Soda City go away to Coastal Kings. They sit fourth, and they go there on October 4th. They'll be back at home on the 11th of October to face Mint Hill FC, who, as I've mentioned, will be in action tomorrow against SCU Heat. That'll be a tough one for Mint Hill, as Soda City now have Josiel Reyes ready to come on for the end of this one. As for Charleston, up next for them, they have a test back at home against Boiling Springs United. Currently 6th. They've started the season 1-1-1. And then they hit the road again against Charlotte Soccer Academy. Winless in their first 5. So far, as Soda City have a man brought down, edge of the box. Is the referee going to give a free kick? Yeah, just on the line, it looks like. Tripped up. And it is the denial of a goal-scoring opportunity. And the referee is left with no other choice but to send the Charleston United man off. Just add salt to the wounds. Red card shown. Soda City in the perfect situation out to add a 5th potentially. I believe the red card did come out of the referee's pocket. It was shown to the number 18 for Charleston, Liam Watt. Or it might have just been a yellow. We need confirmation of that. No, yeah, it was. Believe it, red. There's a free kick. It just whistled past the post. My goodness. Just whistling past the post. And they were that close to making it 5. I believe it hit the post. Yes, it did. But with just 2 minutes to go. Tough defeat for Charleston. I mean, it really is. As Soda City make that substitution, Josiel Reyes on. As Charleston look to maybe go up the pitch one last time. Soda City breaking that one up quickly. Charleston regained possession. McNeil. Short glimpses of what he could bring to the table, but just not able to impose himself on this Soda City defense. And you saw how quickly they just swarmed him. Quickly made it a 2v1 situation and couldn't find any room. It's been one of those nights. Though the referee has whistled for a free kick for Charleston. Styles with another delivery. Pilcher is also over this one. runs across it. Styles feeds it into the box, doesn't beat the first man in the box. And now Soda City might have a breakaway. Luckily for Charleston, they had a man back. Throw in for Soda City. We'll see how much referees decide to add to the end of this one. No signal as to how much was added. As Soda clear their lines. And might have a breakaway here. That challenge was very well timed. Soda City still have a chance on that far side of the box. Charleston covered quickly. That ball broke loose out of nowhere there. Charleston thought they had it under control, but the pressure from Soda City showing through. That long ball from Charleston just to relieve pressure. There can't be long left in this one. Around 4 were added to the end of the first half. And we are nearing the full-time whistle here from Columbia, South Carolina. Soda City have enjoyed a lot of freedom, have enjoyed 4 goals. 3 of those coming in the second half as they're called up for an offside position there, so Charleston will have a free kick in their defensive half. Almost out of their misery for Charleston United. Has not been an easy away trip for them. And it means that they will fall to 0-2. 2 wins, no draws, with 2 losses on the season. As for Soda, they will be 3-0. The perfect start they were hoping for, and that they have emphatically gotten. It's the second time they score 4 as well. Yellow card shown to Charleston this time. Very late on. Jacob Cotton will clear it. Send it out of any trouble for Soda City, and now they might get on the end of this. Pilcher was attentive, though, as Clive sends it back the other way. Here come the home side, though. They are not done just yet. The shot from Ray! A 93rd minute! Strike from Skylar Fields! Another one off the bench! You can see what it means to the Soda City team, and Skylar Fields says, you know what? We'll have a 5th tonight. So much space, and he's able to find the bottom corner. He loved that finish, as did everyone else in blue and white. 5-0 Soda City, and that is one way to make a statement. In just their 3rd match of the season. They're known for being this type of hungry, aggressive, successful team. And not only have they just found their first clean sheet of the season, they have found their biggest margin of victory this season. Soda City toppled down Charleston United, who started this one in 2nd place in the table. Soda City firmly taking control of the Mid-Atlantic South Division with an emphatic 5-0 performance. You'll remember it was only 1-0 at halftime starting the second half. 4 added on for Soda City. And before we go, we're going to through every single one. This was just in the second minute of the match, remember? Long ball forward. The shot was taken. It was almost a pass shot. Came off of the defender there. 1-0 Soda City at the start of the second half. But who was there? Caleb Daniels at the far post on the header to make it 2. Charleston putting themselves into trouble. It was 2-0 at this point. TJ Paul, already 2 goals on the season, make that 3. And it made this game 3-0. Clive this time. Just dwelling on the ball for far too long. This was Kerry Collier's first touch of the ball and found the back of the net. And then Skylar Fields off the bench, the second substitute, to find the back of the net tonight. It was a fun one from W.C. Hawkins Stadium at Irmo High School here in Columbia, South Carolina. And Soda City FC can celebrate long into the night because it has finished Soda City FC 5, Charleston United SC 0. From Edgar Rodriguez and everyone at Better Sports, thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you next time.